Luciano. All right, in studio right now, David St. Romain. What's happening, dude?
What's up, B?
Nothing much, man. So I have trouble detaching from the news cycle. So I need help.
All right.
I need
That's
a little
why
bit
you
help.
bring my little crazy self.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. So I wanted to do a little bit of a New Year's Eve sort of show,
All right.
kind of set the table for the events coming tomorrow night. Of course, they've got the Red Stick Revelry going on downtown, but I figured we kind of ease into this a little bit. And
Did you read my mind or something?
yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Because that Red Stick Revelry might be coming up again.
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get around to that in a little bit. But I figured, so you're a musician.
Yep.
Got a hell of a career with the microphone and the guitar. And there's no way you have not done the worst New Year's Eve party ever and the best New Year's Eve party ever. So I figured, you know what? Let's bring David in here and have a bit of a good time on this last show of 2022 and trade some war stories. Yeah, trade some war stories. Give me one.
All right, so, I mean, I think my worst, if you were to ask me, the worst experience New Year's Eve was up in the mountains. I was in Elko, Nevada.
Okay.
And so you're like way up in the mountains. We were trying to, we got stuck. We, I think we played for like 3 people.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible. I mean, this is actually at the oldest casino in the country. It's called Stockman's Casino. It was created and it was built in like the early 30s. And so, I mean, it was the cowboy days, like seriously. And it's still like cowboy days out there. If you've ever been out there, this is northern Nevada. It's right past the Bunny Ranch, which I think is, I don't know. I'm just making that up.
They have a ranch for bunnies?
Yeah, is that what you think that's for?
I don't know.
No, that's where they go to little extracurricular activities in Nevada. That's
Nevada. Okay, no.
That's state of Nevada.
I'm adding the rest of the numbers up in my head once you reminded me that it was Nevada.
Yeah, and so I mean, there's a town called Jackpot, Nevada. That's not too far. We also played music up there, but I mean, when this cold front came through recently, this whatever the hell that was this last week,
bomb cyclone.
I literally said to my buddy in Buffalo, who we were praying for. I told him, I said, man, thank God we're not on the road like we used to be.
Bro,
I would not want to be driving and all that. And I have driven, and those were kind of those, that was the worst experience was driving up in that mountains. I remember that New Year's Eve, just, going there, getting there was hard enough. Had to change a brake cylinder in like 4 feet of snow.
Oh, my word.
And yeah, out in the middle on an RV. So I learned how to become a mechanic. Thank you, Jim, for helping me do that over the telephone, because I had no experience in that.
What year was this?
Shoot, man, that's probably like 2002.
Oh, my word. Okay.
Yeah, 20 years ago. That's why I have all this gray hair.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I think, if you're talking about the best and the worst and the best, I think Baton Rouge has been, most of my experiences have happened to Baton Rouge. I did play Red Stick Revelry and opened up for Fat Hat one year.
Fat Hat's going to be headlining tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, they've been kind of the legacy act for that. And they're just such great guys and a great, band to come out of Baton Rouge. But then that was probably one of the coldest ones because it was outside. And it was a really cold year that year. I think I looked on my calendar. It was like 2012, I believe, or 2013 that I did that show. And then my favorite show was at Lod Cook. I hosted kind of, an all-inclusive package deal at Lod Cook, and we just threw down, man. And
the all-inclusive is the way to go.
It is. It's the safest way. It's, couples get together and they're able to not drive. They're able to wake up, have breakfast together, with the same people. And, but that Lod Cook thing was awesome. I know they're doing that thing over at Crown Plaza. It's kind of the same.
Yeah.
It's the same idea, except it's more of an expansive version. They have 4 or 5 bands. They've got much bigger, a bigger crowd. It's like 700 to 800 people from what I understand. And I know Chase is playing that. I'm excited for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
So my worst was a house party. And
really?
They had, hang on now. They had me in the dining room. They set me up in the dining room, and the entire party was in the back.
Oh, yeah.
And the person throwing the party was, well, they'll come in here and dance, and then they'll go back outside.
Yeah, that guy has no experience.
Can I set up next to the bar? Can I set up where the people are going to be?
Exactly where you set up.
I don't care how good you are. If it's you versus alcohol, or you versus
Alcohol
food.
wins every time.
No, yes, they both. Yeah, alcohol's going to win every time. Food's going to win every time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Maslow's hierarchy, right?
It's like booking a show right in the middle of an Alabama LSU game.
Oh, yes.
I've done those.
Yes, exactly. You're going to be staring at the back of everybody's head.
I'm going to be
because
watching the game.
Exactly.
Singing the song.
Exactly.
Bad.
Yeah, at least I could just hit play and move on. You'd actually have to physically play it.
Right.
So, that was one. Another one was a big party that was outside of a barn on a New Year's Eve when it rained.
Oh.
And you want to talk, I don't know if this is the worst one or the best one, but like I had like nice covering because, all the electronic equipment and everything. So I take care of that ahead of time when it's being booked. It's like, no, I'm not being left out like literally in the rain. But what was supposed to be the quote dance floor, which was just a cleared area, ended up turning to be the biggest slop bucket ever.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. About 350 people at this party. Every one of them had a great time and every one of them went home just covered in mud. Nobody cared.
Awesome.
Everybody was hammered. Nobody cared. It looked like a mud wrestling event by the end of it, and I was there for every ounce of it.
I played a party not too long ago at a friend's house, and he didn't expect the rain, but he had a covered tent, and the tent was awesome. But the problem was is the level of the ground came off of his pool. And so it like sloped downwards. So all the water that was
all running.
that was raining into the concrete just kind of went into the grass and then just made its way down into. So we had a mud pit right in the middle of this tent. So you actually didn't have any rain on us. Yeah. But it was a Dolly Parton themed party. And I know some of you probably are listening that were there because it was a pretty awesome group. But it was, we had a split group and you're somewhere inside his outdoor area, kitchen, partying, watching an LSU game. And the other group, the Dolly girls it was all the girls were in there with me, dancing, having a great time. And all the guys were watching the game. I mean, I was fine with it. It worked out all right. Because the people who actually wanted to see or wanted to dance along, and I'm singing, Dolly Parton songs. And it was nice. Awesome. I had a great time. But yeah, it was one of those experiences. I mean, New Year's Eve can either be just the best or the worst. I plan on doing that Lod Cook thing again because, I don't want to plug myself here. But
no, but that's where I was going next was, are you done playing New Year's Eve? Because I am.
I'm playing tomorrow night for a private party. I'm playing a wedding in New Orleans.
Wow.
It's New Year's Eve is the highest. Like, it pays the most money.
Yes, it does.
Any day of the year. So when somebody says, hey, I actually had planned and spoken with Grubb over at Lod Cook already. We had it scheduled, and I was starting to roll out media and stuff on it to do the Lod Cook deal again. And I'm telling you, it's by far, I'm not selling this just for me. Even the one tomorrow at Crown Plaza, it's the best bang for your buck because you can enjoy a crowd, you can enjoy a band, and you don't have to leave.
Right.
And you get all the food, you get all the drinks, you get all the
champagne at midnight.
And
then you
then
get the entertainment, and then you get the bed that you don't have to make tomorrow.
Exactly. And it's I'm telling you, it's the safest thing you can look for as far as a party. So I planned on doing that, and I got a call, and the guy was like, and I said, look, if you can pay me this amount of money, because this is what I was going to make for my deal, I'll go ahead and park it and then I knew that another event wanted to book Lod Cook, and it was still early enough. And so Grubb and those guys were awesome over there. But I plan on doing that next year. So, I would like to do that. I wanted to do an annual thing. It's a lot to put together.
So I'm done with them. Well, and bear in mind, it's like musician versus DJ. There's a very big dividing line right there.
Yeah.
You're going to play venues that are worthwhile. I'm going to play terrible house parties.
Right.
Like there's a huge, huge difference there. You're going to be someplace that people want to go. I'm going to be the place where people just ended up.
Right, and they're not walking up to you going, you did an awesome job, man. You're the greatest DJ ever.
No, they're the only, you didn't play the one song I asked for.
You only get the complainers
exactly.
as a DJ. So, but in my shoes, it's different. It's like, this was the best New Year's because I've heard that, or I don't want to say that, but I've definitely gotten the compliments and the glorifying and all that. And so that definitely makes it worthwhile. Look, man, as a singer, as an entertainer, when someone gives you a compliment, it fills your love tank. It's as simple as
Absolutely
that.
it does.
So, and I'm a words of affirmation guy, so obviously I need that affirmation.
Okay. All right. Words of affirmation. That's
My wife knows this already.
okay. See, I'm polar opposite.
Yeah.
Polar
Are you
opposite.
service.
No, I'm physical touch, but you stay your ass over there.
Yeah, we're pretty close right now.
We got David St. Romain in the house talking a little bit about New Year's Eve and the goings on. Now, and I can attest to the all-inclusive thing. Christy and I have done this a number of times where we'll do the all-inclusive. We've done back when the Bella Baton Rouge was still at the hotel and Atrium Open and everything. We did one over there. I'm trying to remember the other places we've done them, but it's the best bang for your buck. It is the most efficient and the most fun, especially when you get a whole group going.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody has a crowd. Everybody has their own friend group. Right. Whether or not you got 10 people or you've got 5 people or you've got 100.
Right.
You know, and I don't mean just the entertainment. I mean individuals. Like, so I may have one group that says, hey, you know, we're really looking for something to do. And normally we've got this tradition to go to this person's house. But all those people have to leave. Like, my wife is going to have to leave a party tomorrow night, and I'm scared to death. I'm not going to lie. I don't want her on the road.
Right.
And it's not because I'm worried about her drinking and driving. I'm concerned about the other drivers.
Absolutely.
You know, we heard that wreck that happened in Ascension Parish, I think, earlier in the week, where somebody crossed the center lane and killed a man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the biggest fear. And so I mean, it's just, I wish that, and it's good for our economy. It's good for our businesses, our hotels.
Yes.
I think that we should be encouraging more of these types of events. And if I can help people put these things together, at least show them how we do it. There's really not enough competition anyway. I think that there's enough people that want to do things. And like I said, everybody's got a friend group. There's 500,000 people in this region. So why not, if we can get 1% of that, that's all we need.
David St. Romain's in the house. We're coming up on news at the bottom of the hour here. We will check news, traffic, and weather. And yes, while it is the last show of the year, we're not getting too far away from news. We will have the outside in before this hour is over with. I'm catching hell for not knowing what the Bunny Ranch was.
I mean, dude, it's a.
So
what's her name? That was the one that was on Heidi Fleiss.
I legit don't know. I got a text from a friend that says there was a series on HBO.
Right.
And okay, so I remember the series. I just didn't know that was the name of the place. Because I thought it was called Cat House.
It probably was. I'm just making it up. Right. I think it was Bunny Ranch. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but it was. I mean, Northern Nevada is just there's not a lot to do.
Well,
it's where the men are where the women are few and the sheep are scared.
That's exactly right. He's David St. Romain. We're going to continue the conversation. You said that out loud. It's okay. It's all right. Hey, we're